Shalom Aleichem, everybody. This week's Parsha is Parshas Vayetze. It starts with the Posuk, Vayetze Yaakov mi Be'er Sheva, Vayelech Chorono. Jacob, our forefather, went from Beersheba to Choron. My uncle Leiby, may rest in peace, always used to say from this verse, from this Posuk, we learn that a Jewish man has to wear a kippah. How do we learn it from this verse? He says, Jacob walked all the way from Beersheba to Choron. Is it possible that Jacob, our forefather, would have walked all that way without a kippah? So I remember him fondly. There's a very interesting story that after that, it says that he slept overnight and he had a dream that there was a ladder, v'hinei sulam, v'roisho magia hashamayma, and there were angels, oilim v'yordim boy. There were angels going up and coming down the ladder. This was Jacob's dream. So Rashi explains that angels only have one function. The function of an angel is always limited to one function. And there were the angels who were accompanying Yaakov in Eretz Yisrael. They finished their task. They couldn't leave Eretz Yisrael. So they had to change for angels that could then take him on for the rest of his journey outside of Israel. Fine. That's a nice explanation. The question is asked, why does it say that the angels who were protecting him first went up and then the other ones came down? If the angels were there to protect him, first the angels should have come down to protect, to swap, to take guard, and then the ones who were down, who had to go back up, they could then go up the ladder. But it doesn't say that. It says, Oilim v'yordim boy. First the angels went up. So I was looking around for different explanations, and I found one explanation which resonated very much with me. The Rashbam says that it's nice to talk in a positive language first. We want to talk about going up first before we talk about going down. And I think this is a very, very important message. Even if the angels first did come down to be with him before they changed the guard, first we mention the ones going up. And I think this is a very, very important message for us all. To always be positive. If you've got thoughts, some of the things are good and some of the things are bad, focus on the good stuff at least first, because then it'll make it easier to deal with the less good stuff. You know, this week we started in the Daf Yomi, the tractate of Pesachim, and there's a discussion there in a couple of days ago, how the Torah spends extra letters to talk about, to not talk in language which is negative. It's talking there about purity and impurity. But instead of saying the word impure, it says that which is not pure. And it goes to extra letters. And we know that the Torah doesn't waste any words or letters. So if the Torah goes to such lengths that will even use extra letters not to use negative language, what a great lesson it is for us that we should always think positively. You know, this week, in America today, in fact, is Thanksgiving. And it's not a Jewish holiday, but it's a very Jewish concept. In fact, the word for Jew, a Yehudi, a Jew, comes from the root word of lehodot, to say thank you very much. Because when Judah was born, his mother said, this time I'm going to thank God for this wonderful birth. And I got a Dvar Torah this week from Rabbi Ruskin in Budapest, who I love listening to his things, what he sends out. He says there's a story about a chassid who had a terrible ailment on one of his legs, and the doctors told him, we're going to have to amputate your leg. And through some miracle, they didn't have to do it, and he had a full recovery, and they didn't have to amputate the leg. And so he made a special Seudat Hodaya, a Thanksgiving dinner, to praise Hashem, to thank him for the fact that his leg was saved. And at this dinner, there was wonderful food and drink and many speeches, all focusing on the great miracle and the kindness of God that he saved this chassid's leg. One of the chassidim got up and he said, you know, everybody's talking so much about the miracle of the leg that you saved. We should be sitting here and giving praise for the healthy leg that was never had an issue with it. The fact that there was a leg. and that it was healthy. This is what we should be giving praise to. And I think this is a wonderful lesson for us. You know, we have to be thankful for everything that we have, for everything that works. We shouldn't wait till something goes wrong and we have to need miracles and whatever. Give thanks that naturally we have so many blessings that we can open our eyes and see, that we can walk, that we can talk, that we can eat. And so if we take the message of the angels going up, that we always think positively and we always think with gratitude positively about everything we have, this will be a wonderful blessing for us all. Good Shabbos to everybody.